because it's important to understand what the dollar syndicate is planning to do next. So there are two areas. One is in currency, and the second is in digital assets, stock and tokens for stocks and bonds. So if you look at currency, do you understand the plan that they've got under the Genius Act that they're planning on doing next year?
Explain that, because I'm sure the listeners to this will want to.
So what they're planning on doing is implementing a significant marketing push to sell crypto that is denominated in US dollars and collateralized by US Treasury bills. And it's a way of marketing Treasury bills on a retail basis, small denominations, to men and women all around the world. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to get every person that you can reach through the mobile payment or online payment systems to get off of their local currency and onto the dollar in a way that funnels the money into the Treasury market. So imagine, businesses all around the world, and we're talking about individuals and families and small businesses, basically shifting their money out of their local country currency and into the US dollar in a way that it funnels into the Treasury market. So just as institutions or nations are rejecting the dollar globally, what you're trying to do is flip and say, okay, we're going to suck the money out of retail globally into dollars. Mm-hmm. And there are very aggressive projections as to how much money that can bring into the dollar and bring into the US Treasury market. So it's not unlike at the end of when the wall came down in 1989, the way Germany unified was the chancellor in West Germany just offered a sweet premium for everybody for the currency in East Germany, and the country was unified overnight. Mm-hmm. So you know how one company will tender for the stock of another company in the stock market. This is a little bit like the U.S. tendering to shift all the citizens of the world out of their country currency and into the U.S. dollar. I mean, it's an aggressive marketing campaign to suck everybody in the world into the dollar.
Okay.
Now, will it work or not? We don't know. But in theory, let's say it's wildly successful, the dollar syndicate's become far more powerful as a result if it's successful. And so it really comes down to who's got what smartphone and who can reach whom on a mobile payment system. Because remember, since you can print the dollar, you can spend a fortune, tricking them into your new currency with rewards and profits. Okay, the second thing they're doing, they're in the middle of negotiating currently the Clarity Act. And under the Clarity Act, they want to create digital tokens for all stocks. And BTC, which is the custodian for the archive for the records, they have $114 trillion of global assets, stocks and bonds, and they're planning on putting it all in a distributed ledger and creating the equivalent, if I understand it correctly, of twins to trade stocks and bonds. So Larry Fink says he doesn't want to trade the way we're trading now. He wants to put everything on a distributed ledger and trade it on a distributed ledger. Now, if you listen to the tech, sort of the fintech world,
right?
Coinbase said, okay, we're going to start trading some of these stocks with Apple stock and some of the other big market cap stocks. We're going to start trading them, and they're saying the market they're going to do is 24/7. So it's not the New York Stock Exchange that's open for a certain amount of hours a day. They're talking about 24/7 trading, and Coinbase in its announcement said that they're offering 20 times margin. So take $114 trillion of global assets, start trading at 24/7 and add 20 times margin. Mm-hmm. You're talking about, you think the bubble's bad now? Wait till you see the bubble you can do with 20 times margin, trading 24/7.
Yeah.
Right. So, right. Especially, we do a lot at the Solera Report on propaganda, disinformation, mind control. But when you add neuro warfare to a 24/7 market that's trading at 20 times margin, do you know the things you can do?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the biggest bubble ever, is what it sounds like to me. So we don't know how these things are going to roll out, but if we look at the plans from everything we can tell, they're building up to something much, much bigger than what we've got now.